No, I got to lean in.
What's going on, everybody? It is me again, and it is time to lean in, bitch. Welcome to the lean, or welcome if you're returning. I'm here with Demisio and Antonio. We're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Some more season 14 mess, child. The season that just keeps on sometimes giving, barely giving, don't give sometimes. It's an up and down season, but we're here to talk about it. What's going on, Antonio?
What's up with you, Cortez?
I'm good. It's Monday. Demisio, what's going on?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We good. We good. It looks like it's gonna be a gentleman's night because ain't no ladies on this panel tonight. It seems. Well, semi-gentlemen, because y'all
Yeah,
know how we get down. But
I was just gonna say, honey, listen.
How we get down?
oh, you know how we get down.
I don't know shit.
Okay, well, since you got amnesia, I ain't gonna spill your business. But yeah, we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I see people in the chat. Ayurveda Bay, it's been a while. What's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. It's a small world. Welcome back, Taylor. Taylor been on Instagram showing out, child.
You seen him?
I'm about to unfollow.
Oh my God,
I'm
not
just
unfollow.
you know what? Dang, I thought it was gonna be Gentleman's Night, but we do got a lady here today, child.
Hey y'all.
Oh, it's lady
Hey,
night.
my
What?
favorite
It must
sister.
be Asia on the mic.
I guess they're in the show if the lady ain't late.
You know what? I have no excuses.
You know what? We glad you're here. I didn't
Tell them they
mind
save the best for
I do
last,
like
honey.
having a little lady here. Look.
You know what? I feel like y'all could use some femme energy.
Yes.
What? You ain't seen
Oh
me?
my God, somebody
Did you see
said
me
in the
when Alien
comments she a
Superstar
punk
come on?
too.
You said
You
what?
said what?
Somebody in the comments said, "Child, she a punk too."
I'm
Oh
dead.
my God.
I don't know who she's referring to, who Derek referring to, but nonetheless,
They was talking about
Whoever
Asia.
said that don't get. Never
I don't
mind.
think they were talking about Asia. I don't.
You talk about me. It's okay. I have nothing to say back.
Okay, y'all. Ebony says first time catching a live originally. Yes, Ebony, welcome to a live. We're gonna have a good time tonight. It's gonna be a good show just because we're here and the episode itself, it gave a little bit to talk about a couple of conversations. So let's get right into it. Last week, okay, of course, before I get started, make sure I hit that like button. We say it all the time. Using some of our very own in the chat. I'm sure Jazz will be doing this later to say so, but make sure you like this video and many of our other videos. A lot of our videos are getting a lot of, they're being caught in the algorithm, which means that new people are finding us, and that's really good. But if you're watching this video and you ain't liking the video, you're a hater. I'm just saying.
Yep, pretty much.
And we don't like haters.
But we do welcome them still. Just hit that like button.
All right, you can waste your time and watch. You might as well go ahead and like it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. All right. So yeah, this episode 12, we're actually past halfway of the season, and we're heading into the cash trip, which starts next week. But in this particular week, we have the aftermath of Marlo's trip that she sent everybody home on. And I'm gonna say that one thing that I expected from this episode were to hear more of the ladies, how they felt about how she told them to get the hell out. But we didn't hear much. I don't think that one person talked about it. So I don't know. I hear so many things that there were other reasons why the trip was canceled. They said there was some COVID things going on, maybe. I don't know. It was a lot of things, but I'm not sure. But in this particular episode, we get a couple different scenes. It's Ace's birthday, and I love that Kandi finally decided to give Ace the day off. Y'all know Ace be working.
Okay.
Ace works like a grown ass man. And I think he's so adorable. So I'm glad that Kandi gave her day off for his birthday. But for his birthday, she only invited Drew, Kenya, and Kandi. And I found it to be a bit odd just because Sanya does have kids, and I thought maybe she would have wanted to invite them. But clearly there is a division. There is there's alliances they have. You have Drew, sometimes Drew, child. Drew, she aligns with Kenya and Kandi, but I don't think they really align with her. I'm just saying. And then you have Marlo, Sanya, and Sheree, who is a weird trio, but they do stick by each other to an extent. So at Ace's birthday, she basically has this whole party. She invited those two, as I mentioned, their kids. And she talks about how her play had to be shut down due to COVID. And I wanted to ask y'all, it's not How do y'all feel about her getting emotional? Because we know she's always emotional, but her explaining her reason to why she was so hurt and so sad about it. How did y'all feel about it? Because it kind of touched me a little bit. Like I do feel like Kandi, you know, she does have businesses. Shout out to Nene. But in this moment, I understood the message. I felt like she was basically saying that, you know, blacks don't get a lot of opportunities on Bravo. This is an opportunity to give some, you know, those. So I felt her. What were y'all thoughts?
Mm-hmm. Same.
I think that we know Kandi, even from going back to season 2 when she first joined, we know that she is, regardless as to how you feel about her, whether you like her or not, we know that she's been really big on employing, you know, black people and people of color, whether it's, you know, her styling team, the Kandi Coded Entertainment, to doing her, you know, the play that she had, whatever it is, she's always been one to look out for people of color. So I think this was something very new for her, and it was something that was really big for her to have her name attached to, and she's given these people an opportunity, because black people don't get a lot of opportunities on Broadway. So this was, I think, not only really big for them, but it was a really big deal for her and her production company as well.
Yeah. Didn't they win a Tony?
Did it win a Tony?
No, Kandi didn't win no Tony.
I don't know what's not to play other than what I see on the show. So
no, you might have to have receipts for that one.
No, Kandi ain't win no.
No, did she win an award or something like that?
She won some Grammys years ago about no.
Let me look this up. Let me look up. Then Kandi got a Tony. I'm gonna tell you, just like that.
From the Color Man play.
Do Kandi got a Tony?
Oh my God!
Oh, she got a what is it? GLAAD GLAD Media Awards. I don't think
y'all spell Tony.
She wanted an EGOT, but she missed the E, the O, and the T.
Okay, I knew she had won like an award or something for it. I didn't know it was
she has an award.
She has an award.
So to answer the question, she didn't get nothing for this play. All she got was
I don't even think it was
refunded ticket sales.
Yeah. That's just that on that. she probably got some friends named Tony, but I don't think she
was singing Solange's damn song called Tony.
Oh, did she win?
She was calling me Tony.
Soul Train Theater Award. I don't know. Did she? Listen, I don't really. Sammy is, you know, the Kandi expert here. Sammy, let us know what award.
He said the play did win something.
Okay.
We just know it wasn't a Tony.
It wasn't a Tony, and congratulations to her on her Soul Train Theater Award.
Okay.
If that's what she got.
Okay. So outside of that, I
can't stand y'all.
Outside of that, in the same thing, there's another conversation going on. So Sheree, Marlo, and Sanya decided to get together at La Archive. And I just can't get over the fact that Marlo is constantly trying to push these clothes. She's like, "Oh, girl, you look so cute in this hat. You look so cute in this swimsuit for what is like $200 a day." All that, blah, blah. So Marlo talks to Sanya and Sheree, and she talks about how she checked in on the boys. I think at this point, it's been like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It hasn't been a full 30 days, right? And she basically says that what's his name? William is kind of, she found out that instead of them going over there and kind of getting a bit better at being responsible as kids, they're just kind of just being kids. Like they're just playing games, they're just doing whatever. And she doesn't like that. She damn near want to go pick them back up. I'm like, oh Lord. So that's how she feels. So she also has an issue with the way that her sister, baby sister, is like raising them. I'm like, okay, Marlo, but that's either here or there. And so Sanya talks a little bit about Kenya and how she felt like Kenya shouldn't have come if she was going to be that way on the trip. And Marlo is upset at Kandi and her loyalty. She feels like her eyes are open, and based off how Kandi did not, I guess she feels like Kandi should have said or done more as regards to Kenya. But what did y'all think about that? I kind of felt like Marlo would have an issue with this, but what did y'all think? Go ahead, Antonio.
I wasn't raising my hand. I was reaching because that's what Marlo was doing with that motherfucking comment.
Okay,
he was reaching
real hard.
We actually seen Kandi on television screen, kind of side with Marlo, and you know, so we seen that, and there was also another scene that we didn't get to see where Kandi was, kind of siding with Marlo, and Kenya called her out on it. So I think she's still kind of itching for a reason to fight with Kandi. I don't think she really want to go down the Marlo rabbit hole no more, because Marlo made a trip in early and just all kind of shit happened. How is her sister gonna get them boys some structure when her sister got 4 small kids herself and she worked? I don't really understand what her sister was supposed to do with them kids, and why 30 days? Like, why that amount of time? Is 30 days? Is that her mind gonna be clear? She gonna be like cured of whatever it is that she got going on? That was odd to me. But
I wish maybe she should have explained when she said she wanted a break. I wish Jasmine was here today. Jasmine, call on. Jasmine gonna have an answer for us as relates to Marlo. But I wish that she would have said, "Okay, I sent them over there for this," because it sounds like she just said they had to get away from me. Like I needed a break.
Yeah.
At this point, you gave them to go over there, honey. You didn't say you wanted them to be in boot camp. You could sit in the boot camp. In my eyes, I don't know, Asia.
Ooh, no.
It's a mess. So this is where Marlo has started to lose me for real, because I agree with you. What you sending them over there for? Like, you said you needed a break, and they still acting like kids. I'm sorry. The William, is that the oldest one?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask.
William is the one that I guess that is. She said it's like when she called over there, he's always playing video games.
Okay, and
what else is he supposed to be doing?
You kicked him out because he didn't make his bed or some shit, right? So why can't he play his Roblox? Like, it don't. It's you. She wants to be the friendly parent. She don't want to discipline them, but then she also wants them to be disciplined. She gonna have to find that balance of being able to be like mom and auntie, like and fun auntie. She has to. Yeah. When she get them boys back, she just gonna have to figure it out. Look, sometimes they messy, sometimes they don't want to clean their room, sometimes they punch holes in the wall. Put them niggas on punishment, but don't send them out.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I guess she don't want to be like her mama and stuff like that, but girl, cuss their ass out. Like, go sit your ass down some damn well, and don't be punching holes in my shit before I kick your ass. I mean, sometimes that's just what you gotta say. I mean, that's just what you gotta say.
I will say some people. So my cousin, my auntie was like that with him. My mom wasn't like that. But it was just, and I mean, it's everybody's different. I guess it don't matter. I think we're gonna talk about the therapy session. I think she mentioned, she made some points. She was saying that she didn't want to talk to them the way that her mom talked to her, but I guess she got to find a balance, and the only way to find a balance is through practice, not just sending them away. I don't know.
I told you she missed out to ask people how to get her kids back. That's all I'm saying. We missed.
But saying that every once in a while versus probably every day, which is probably what she mean by how her mom talked to her, is nothing wrong with telling, like, go sit your ass down before you get your ass whooped. Once in a blue moon, like, it ain't gotta be every day.
Yeah, you ain't. There's other ways to miss y'all.
Listen, with these kids, sometimes, child, with these kids, you got to they get out of hand.
I don't know. She might try to whoop that oldest one. He might windmill the fuck out of her. So,
you think so?
And them some boys.
Yeah, Marlo gonna pull that blade out her tooth and cut that little boy. Lord,
that's how Marlo. We forgetting she got hands, so I think she's trying to subdue like how she knows she can get. She don't want to be that way with them boys.
I don't know if she got hands, but we know she got weapons.
Okay,
we know she got weapons and charges. We do know that. Weapons and charges, baby. Weapons and charges.
I did like the therapy session. Were you gonna get into that later?
No, let's we can kind of diverge into that and then come back to the rest of this conversation because we've been talking about it. So yeah, the therapy session, we can kind of talk about it, but I was trying to get the flow of it, like how she started out, that she was crying, she was breaking down. I find it so hard to empathize with her in so many ways because she just seems so fake.
Like, hard to believe her as well.
Yeah, like, so I get when she's, like I said, when she said, the key thing, I think somebody said in the chat was that she is trying to find a balance between being a auntie, a friend, and then discipline. I'm sure that's a balance with anybody. That's a balance with a damn dog. A dog has to know when you're playing and when you're not. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that you have to establish. But I just feel as though with the child, or especially boys, she's gonna have to work on that balance, but it's not by giving them everything. I think that's where it needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because and she's not their mom. Does she even have like legal custody of them?
I think she does have some type of custody because her sister went to jail, so I think she had to do some type of like a temporary custody or something like that to be able to have them in her care, enroll them in school, and all of that. So yeah,
so they're not in foster care.
Yeah. Well, the therapy session. Any thoughts on that? I mean, the best thing
I feel like it was genuine.
To bring them, like he said, bring them to the session with her. That's what I think. It was the best thing that came from.
I feel like it is genuine. I feel like her feelings about the boys and stuff like that. I feel like it's genuine, and I do feel like she's taking her frustrations out on the girls, like her behavior and stuff like that. I think that's a lot of what that is too. So I think it was genuine. I don't think it was fake. I think she feel like that for real.
Marlo behavior been like that for 10 years.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Quick question. What is black folks custody?
I mean, I was thinking it too, but I ain't want to say that.
Where they just take the kid and start just doing stuff for the kid. I think that's what black folks custody. They don't get no kind of paperwork in order.
My mama got 3 grandkids.
You know what? I know what that is. Actually, I've witnessed that in my family. Not with me. I mean, I've been my mom forever, but you know.
Well, you just get them, child. You know when the parents know what they get.
Give me the baby. Give me the
what
baby.
I'm saying with that, that's a very scary situation because they could always be taken back away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Black folks custody.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, David. Black folks custody.
No, I like the therapy session. I thought it was eye-opening for her because she seemed like she was just in there just like, I'm alive, I'm dead, I don't know what to do, I'm sad, I'm happy, what's up? Like she was just in there just like all over the fucking place, and he was just like trying to
he was just taking it all in.
You sound like baby soon. Proud family. What's the daddy name of Proud family?
Oscar
Proud.
Because baby, soon he got done praying. She bust out crying. I was like, whoa.
It was just like all over the place. Like, baby,
Marlo said, "I'm so nervous."
She said, "I'm just so nervous."
I did not mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
I'm about to break down.
Antonio, was I spot on or was I spot on?
You were.
Where the baby's at? I need my kids. Video games. Like, girl.
Give Asia her Tony.
Well,
give me a Tony.
Okay. Her daytime Emmy, honey.
I think she got something from it, meaning she has to set some boundaries.
Yeah. Structure.
Period. Yeah. And so I think if she ain't getting nothing else from that, she got that. And bring the boys next time too, because they need some men. They need men in their lives. No shame.
Yeah, I definitely think she needs to bring the boys back. They all need to be in there sitting down.
And she needs to learn how to balance that work life and mom-t life as well.
Yeah,
I don't think this is the first instance in which they have lashed out. So it's interesting that now that it's making more new. We hear more about it, maybe because she has a peach now. But I'm pretty sure in 3 years, this is not new behavior. This has happened before. They've been in washing clothes. He been did have some kind of tantrum where because I mean, when she said he punched the wall because he went on the trip or was going on the trip or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. She never said why he punched the wall. She only said he did it when she was in New York, but she never really said why he punched.
New York, my bad. New York. Yeah, my bad. New York. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me my awards. Yes,
AJ. You get the Tony that Kandi
won.
And we're in line because Mel said that he made that award up. That wasn't even a real award. Damn, so
Mel.
See, that's why I ain't told y'all out here no more. Y'all be lying. I
was thinking like Soul Train Theater Award.
I was like, okay. All right, so back to the actual thing that we was talking about with Sheree, Marlo, and Sanya. After Marlo talks about that and her loyalty with Kandi and stuff like that, Sanya talks about the couples trip, and she just keep on talking about the goddamn how it's a couples trip, it's a couples trip. So she calls Kenya, and it's like it takes her 5 minutes to say what the hell she got to say. I ain't gonna lie, I would have hung up too. Now I do think it was rude for hanging up.
She was.
Because especially for what it was given, I don't think it required that. I can't stand somebody hang up in my face. I think that's like the equivalent of spitting in my face, actually. To me, that's just it is to me. You hang up in my face, I feel disrespected, especially out of nowhere like that. So, nonetheless, I do feel that Kenya was wrong, but do y'all think that Kenya was right? And how do y'all feel about Sanya constantly, like, kind of more? Do you think she was singling her out about not having a man?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's why Kenya hung up on her. I would have hung up too.
I still think she was wrong for hanging up. Kenya could have just said, "Hey, like, bitch, why the fuck you keep
right?" I would have
like
gone off
to me about you got to bring somebody, and you could tell when she was doing that. It seemed like production told Sanya she needs to keep kind of saying that because it seemed like they knew that would get under Kenya's skin. Because when Kenya hung up on her, they looked at production like, "Now what we supposed to do?" Because you done told me to say this to this lady.
What we gonna do now?
Now what we supposed to do? You done told me to say this to this lady, and she kept saying it. Just to be clear,
yeah.
I just wish she would have just said in one sentence, "Listen, King, it's a couple trip. You can bring a friend. No, you don't have a." It's like she was just. You remember when Cynthia was trying to spill that tea
on Phaedra?
Like,
oh my God!
Like, girl, get it out. I'm like, Sanya, just say what the hell you got to say.
That's why I said I think production was telling her keep saying she got to bring somebody, because there was an issue in New York where it was like Kenya was, where they had brought husbands and Kenya didn't have nobody. So I think production told her ass to keep saying that. And then Kenya hung up on her, and she was like looking over there across the room like, "The fuck you want me to do now?" She done hung the fuck up.
Okay.
But yeah, Kenya was wrong.
Well, she hung up, and Sanya was like, "What the fuck? So what the fuck?" And Marlo was just like, see, them just couldn't wait for something to happen, child.
Okay.
Kandi, on the other end, Kandi said that she don't understand why she did that, especially knowing that she was going through a divorce. Do you think that it was wrong because she's going through a divorce, or would it have been wrong in general, regardless of the divorce?
Saying just slow.
Regardless.
That's what it is. Saying slow. So saying get to the motherfucking point next time. That's the lesson we learned here. At the end of the day,
I feel like she knew what she was doing, though. I mean,
she definitely knew what she was doing.
I think she knew what she was doing, but I think she was trying to do the lead up. But you can bring it up. She just wasn't getting to it fast enough. She should have said it the first time around and then reiterated it again. She didn't. And then, I forgot to say it the first time. All right, well then immediately say it the second time. If you're trying to be funny with me, I mean, I probably would have hung up too.
I just find it odd. What's so weird? It's so weird to see them really emphasize this whole couples thing when 3 of the cast is single as hell,
right?
And 3 of the cast is married. It don't make sense. Like, couples trip don't work on this franchise, on this particular show, because like most time half of them ain't got no man.
It's worked very few times.
For that should have couples trips. You know what I'm saying? So who the hell Marlo gonna bring? Who the hell Sheree gonna bring? She with Martell just yet, allegedly. I mean, who she gonna bring?
Well, we know Tyrone can't go no further in the backyard, so
he definitely can't go to Jamaica.
He probably can't even get no damn passport.
He definitely can't get no passport.
It's hilarious.
This is very
I think the only cast of women that actually all got husbands is what, Jersey? Everybody has a husband.
Yeah,
everybody.
I would have hung up solely off the fact that it took her 10 minutes to say what the hell she was trying to say. Yeah. Not because otherwise, I don't think she should have hung up. I think she should just cuss her out. That's what I would have.
Sanya did say it like 3 times though. Like
she is like couples. Yes.
I was like, girl. That's why I felt like she knew what she was doing, and she was really trying to get under Kenya's skin.
Yeah.
And Kenya paid her ass.
Wrong. Where TKC at? So Kenya was wrong.
Taylor said, just bring Sweetie and Diana and keep it pushing. And don't forget about what's his name? What's his name they won the trip to?
Lawrence.
And don't forget about Lawrence. Lawrence is there too.
Kenya did bring Lawrence one time when they went to, where did they go? Wherever they went, she brought Lawrence.
Well, when she called, when Nene called Peter a bitch.
Yeah, he was there too. He was there. He was. You're right. Okay. Well, after that, so we're gonna come back to this. We talked about the therapy session. So let's talk about Kandi and family. This is a very interesting conversation. Just because I found it to be hilarious in so many ways. First of all,
Yes.
Kayla looks really good these days.
Yeah.
Look like her dad is definitely giving her money because at one point he looked like he wasn't giving her nothing. Like she said, she wasn't getting none. But Kayla looks good. Riley, you know, they both in New York. And this conversation is, I found it to be very interesting to watch because this is a conversation that not many Black families have in terms of like who is going to get, like, you know, how we leaving this money, especially in this case, Canada, they have a lot of money. They are very fortunate to be able to have this conversation and make sure their kids will have something. You know, some families are not, but in the most, like I said, it's something that's not had a lot in the Black families. And so in this conversation, Kandi and Todd are basically talking about how they're going to split everything if something happened to them. Well, the conversation goes left because they don't see eye to eye on if something happens to one or the other and not both. You know what I'm saying? And because they both have, we've seen for seasons that they both have they have different ways in how they do for their kids. Kandi will spoil Riley, give her whatever she wants till she ride because she feels like she gonna do that. She does it with her mama. Kandi is very frugal with herself. Everybody else she gives, it seems like, in terms of her family. And then Todd, we know that Todd wasn't giving that damn girl shit. And he made it very clear that he feels like she should work hard, you know what I'm saying, and kind of work to how he worked to get to where, you know, where he is, same way. But in this conversation, they asked Riley, she says that she feels like if Kandi died and went somewhere and it was just him, she don't feel like she would get the right treatment based off if he was just there. And Kandi agrees and Kayla agrees. So they go and basically they kind of make what's his name feel by himself, Todd. And I wanted to hear y'all thoughts on this because I don't know if you guys have been. I'm not sure if you guys are in a family where someone is passed and then the family kind of like goes in a right because money has been left so and so. But what were y'all thoughts on how they handled the conversation, how it went, and just how it seems like Kandi and Todd seem to. This is one area that they seem to always butt heads every season on how money is spent. Especially because Kandi got a lot of it. Todd got money too, but I say he don't have money because he has a lot of things too. But we know that Kandi, where she stands. They gave us a whole list of what she has going on and what he has going on, and it was quite shady.
Yeah, it was a whole tree, honey.
It was very shady.
It was relevant because here's the thing: the problem with Todd trying to spend other people's money after they die is, Todd, you didn't earn this money. This Kandi shit. At the end of the day, this stuff Kandi had before you. And this is how Kandi decides to treat her daughter. And if Kandi feels like you're not going to respect her wishes and treat her child like she would, she has every right. Riley, as spoiled as she is, she go to school, she get good grades. Like, that's really all a parent want. They just want their kid to not be in trouble and follow their dreams. She does that. Kandi gives her what she wants. Everybody else does that. Todd, when he stood up and he was only 2 inches taller than the couch, he was just and puffing and just upset. And it's just like, why are you so freaking upset about how I want to spend my money? And for your daughter too. Yeah. Like Kandi wants to spoil Kayla too because she sees Kayla other stuff. Ooh. So Todd just has an issue with control. And I personally, like, I don't fuck with that. I don't bang with that. If these are princesses, you give them princess treatment, and that's period. Everything ain't no motherfucking life lesson. Let it go. And if you ain't earn this money, no way, titty Todd.
Yeah, because Kayla's in New York. She's working. It's not like she's just in New York, just sitting around. She worked in production, so it's not like she's not doing any damn thing.
No,
she's doing something for herself.
And he didn't raise her, so it's just so many levels to like. What you trying to teach me lessons for? And nigga, I just got here.
Yeah, a couple years ago. Yeah,
right before you start filming, you found out like we started kicking it. And all I get is a strip club visit on my 21st birthday.
Girl, child.
You're gonna be a money phone, a stack of ones. Like, that's what you want to boy back.
Well, he just
up into that little room.
I do like that they televised that conversation because I think that was very important. I hate that Todd thinks that because they didn't, Kayla or Riley didn't come up in the projects and didn't get it out the mud, as they say, that they're not going to know how to hold on to or maybe capitalize off of any money that's given to them or left to them, if something were to happen. So I hate that he kind of has that thought process. Riley seems to be extremely smart. I always thought she was pretty mature with some of the conversations that she would have with her mom and stuff like that. And Kayla is working. I mean, it's like, damn, give her. And I still do think Kandi be giving that girl money. I don't know if she got her a little Cash App card and Kandi, send her a little bit.
You know how your grandma used to give you the money? She'd be like,
ball it up in your hand,
ball it up and handshake. Put it like this.
Yeah. So I because they did look good, but they also knew that they was about to film as well. So that kind of helps. But I hate that he has that thought process. Like, oh, you need a lesson. You need to know how to honor this dollar and how to take this dollar and make it $5. And boy, if I got 30 million, my mama got $30 million, get my motherfucking money. And
okay.
You know what?
This is not 1965.
Yeah, I think what makes it very difficult with this is that you both have kids, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, one is doing the other. It's almost like you shouldn't want to see your child get less, especially in the same household as another. They grown as hell, but that's her stepmama and that's her stepdaddy. So it's just kind of like, I just feel like he should look at it from a different perspective. Like you said, everything is not a life lesson. Everything ain't got to be. Everything doesn't have to be as hard as it was for you. You know what I'm saying? You should want your child to, live better as long as they're doing okay and they ain't out here just doing whatever. I don't really care for Riley personally. I do think Riley is a bit entitled. But I mean, her mom made her that way. I think Riley is actually Mama Joyce. That's they just alike. And yeah, but she's speaking more and she making clear sentences. So go right.
Especially
Todd didn't have what he has coming into the situation. He may have been okay, but he didn't have nearly as to what he has now. So I'm sure he flirted. Does he stay in designer? He, in a what he had brought. I remember last season he had bought a new Bronco truck and he was talking about he dropped whatever cash on it. So he does shit for himself. He utilized Kandi money to help himself come up. So
so why can't they?
Exactly.
The only part that I did agree with Todd about was them getting it like over time, like lump sums. I did agree with that.
Give me my money. You don't gatekeep my do not gatekeep my shit that you did not earn either. Exactly. Look, we both ain't earn it. So give me my portion.
But wait, but was he saying that like in general, like even if like, was he saying that like in the regards to the conversation when they was like if one or the other died, or was he just saying that in general?
It was like in the trust, sometimes they have it set up to where, let's say if something were to happen, not trying to, but if something were to happen and there is $30 million, Riley, he can say, okay, well at the age of 27, I want Riley to get $2 million. At the age of 30, I want her to get another $5 million. So kind of setting it up that way, and don't just give her all the $30 million up front. Is what he was saying.
I feel like that. I don't know. Like I said, I did kind of agree with that. Like, because some people that, like he said, when you get all of that money like that at one time, like you just don't know. You can go through that. That does happen.
But Riley's been around the money all her life.
People. So. Yeah, she grew up with money. That's some people. That's your people, Todd. Don't put that on me.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's your
Riley. As a small world says, Riley said she wanted kind of now. She don't want to wait too long because she said she want to work on her businesses now.
She did say that.
I want to know what these businesses are, but I mean, hey, yeah.
She been raised around a woman who started business every 6 months. Like she got ideas. She knows.
Hopefully, she better be.
And Kandi been doing that since that little girl was born. So she been around this since.
Here, Chase says Todd doesn't want Kayla to become used to a lifestyle they may not be able to maintain if him and Kandi split. Which opens the door. That's a good point.
That is, yeah.
You better call in.
Should be okay.
I think that's a good point, but I don't think that's his mindset. I don't think he's thinking about that personally. I think they're gonna be good regardless. They all gonna be good, especially Blaze, especially what's his name?
Kandi kids for sure.
Of course.
What is the little boy name?
I just feel like if Kandi go and Todd's still around, ain't nobody gonna be doing Kayla. But no people, somebody doing Kayla hair now. Then we're doing her hair. She just gonna be just out here, child. And I want more for Kayla. And Kayla is she is grown, but she's still his child.
Child, if Kandi go before Todd, that is gonna be a PR nightmare, honey.
We ain't gonna talk.
Lord.
They gonna go together. They gonna go together in a little teapot together.
A long time away from now. So
right.
Yes.
Act like we speaking that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a scene with Sheree looking for fabric. She getting by Sheree out the ground. Nothing really to talk about there. We'll see. She has some designs, some little mock-ups. I'm like, okay. Kandi and Todd did talk again about the conversation. Todd just kind of said that he felt kind of backed in the corner. He felt the way about it or whatever. And I do wish, just because it's obviously that they disagree with each other, but I wish Kandi would be a little bit more kind of dial back a little bit, because I'm sure it may hurt his ego sometimes. I feel like when they argue, and she just be like, it's the truth. It's the truth. And I'd be like, girl, like, and sometimes
it do be the truth.
But you gotta think about it. I feel like from Todd's perspective, he's been hearing stuff about money since he got in their relationship.
That is true.
And I'm sure that is just
the entire time.
But I'm sure that gets to be a lot for a person. If your mama and the daughter and my wife, everybody talking about money, like, damn, where's the break?
But I get what you're saying, but sometimes you gotta call a spade, honey. They didn't lie. They did not lie.
Well, Mama does be lying, so we ain't gonna put her in.
Well, I'm talking about the initial conversation with the four of them. Kayla, Riley, and Kandi. They didn't lie. He would act like that if Kandi, hypothetically, that's the truth. They didn't lie.
What's VPL? What's that? Did I miss something?
VPL, visual print line. That's what Sheree's supposed to have.
Yeah.
A men's joggers to kind of give like the illusion of a print, whether you got one or not. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I wouldn't need that. I got a print.
Huh.
Y'all wouldn't discuss that.
It wasn't really nothing to discuss. She went in there. She didn't know shit about no fabric. She kind of.
I don't think it was anything. Yeah.
I will say it's funny. The lady was like, just
they are. Yeah.
Hell is. She was like,
no.
Sheree don't know nothing. Sheree doesn't know. And Sheree has had 50 years to get this off the ground. So we know that the finale is her launch event. It's just crazy.
But we still ain't seen nothing. Where's the website? Where's the?
She's probably going to
launch it at the end
or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know. That's crazy.
Sheree touched when Sheree was like, I like this, and later was like, yeah, that ain't good for joggers.
So my thing at this point, it's like, is she not by Sheree? Because everybody else actually has to step in, do the designs, pick the fabrics, and do everything else for her. So it's just
she hasn't educated herself at all over the past 14 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's been 14 years. It's legit.
I know.
But because if you still don't know what fabrics are gonna work,
give it up, girl.
That stuff I learned in.
Well, no, you gotta think about it. When She by Sheree was first introduced, it wasn't supposed to be a damn workout.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be.
That's true. It was definitely supposed to be some high fashion shit. We supposed to be able to buy She by Sheree according to the back then blueprint at fucking Saks and Nordstrom's and Neiman's, but it looks like we're gonna be going down to
from the last one when she said about the jogger. She done had 4 years. That was enough time for you to go in. Gail K, motherfucking Joann's, shit, Rico Chappelle, all of them people sell fabric. She could have went in them and touching on shit.
She about shut it down. She about shut it down. I'm tired of it at this point.
She better
just come up with a whole new business concept.
What she did say, if it don't work, she done. That's
good.
She should have been done with that a decade ago, child.
Let me ask y'all a question. So where do y'all think that Sanya puts her family when she has people over to the house?
In the kitchen, standing right behind the refrigerator.
They probably should be in their rooms, They probably be in the room.
Sanya stuff her family when she has people at the house. In this case, she had a whole birthday party event for.
Maybe they were in the basement.
You think they was in the basement?
If she has one, I'm thinking this is what I'm thinking in my mind, that the sister's husband and their kids, they get in the basement. Then you got the whole basement set up with 3 bedrooms and a whole living situation.
Wait, how many kids do the sister got?
I think I have 1 or 2. That's what I'm thinking. They be in the basement. So they all went down to the basement to chill.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Chase. Chase said they link in the driveway. I think they was all in the driveway while the event was being filmed. Oh, Bill said in the hallway. Taylor said the master bedroom.
They was in the garage then. Damn.
Okay. So Sanya
we
decides
seen what
to have
Deucey
an
was
event
in.
for Sheree at her house for her birthday. I didn't catch it at first, but I realized it's for her birthday. And everybody gets there when she's getting the setup together. Sanya, when Drew gets there, she tells Drew that this is the gift table. Drew says, me appearing without drama is going to be my gift. I'm not putting no gift on this goddamn table. I'm like, okay, Drew. And so when Kenya gets there, she's kind of coming in throwing her little shade, and Sanya decides that she wants to, I guess, take some advice from her on like the wall that she's painting. And then she wants to talk to her about hanging up in the face. So first, when she asked Kenya for the advice, I don't know if I was looking really quickly or did I not look at the right thing, but the paint job looked a little off in there. It looked like it wasn't. I don't know. When I say off, like if you ever painted in the house, you tape up the wall. It looked like it was uneven, but that was just me. I don't know.
You know, she had Ross and Deucey doing that shit, so it probably was uneven.
I don't know. This is what I saw. But she talked to Kenya, and Kenya basically says that she felt like she was her tone and was something. I can't think of exactly where she
condescending.
Condescending, yeah. Right? Said it was condescending. Do you think that she sounded condescending in her tone?
Yeah, I mean, I can see why Kenya would say condescending because she kept saying you have to bring. It's a couple's trip. Let me be clear, it's a couple's trip. So I get where Kenya was going with that.
I think she just
like trying to be funny.
I didn't hear condescending in the call. I heard annoying.
That she gonna use.
I heard annoying and repetitive. I didn't hear condescending.
That too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So apparently Sanya lives far though, and when Drew said that she know this is not Atlanta, but I'm thinking, Drew, you live in Duluth. That's not Atlanta.
And when she said that, I'm like, now there is no housewives that live in Atlanta. They all live out.
Well, Kandi is actually Atlanta. Yeah.
Where she live at?
Cascade.
She live off Cascade area.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, she did because you're right. Because Kim said that it was good on. I remember that.
And even at the beginning Marlo, when they were talking about the break-in or whatever, she was like, I still just like being over here because I'm close to everything.
Yeah.
And whereas everybody else live out and have guards at the gate and stuff like that.
And it's so funny that Kim has said that because it's just like that's the hood. Okay, girl, you know more than me.
Fuck Kim. But anyway, yeah. So. That's it. I forgot what we was talking about.
Yeah, we just talking about that part. So Kenya and Sanya, they talk. They get to understand. Now Sanya at first she was like, no, don't do that to me. But it didn't really go anywhere. Like conversations, they just kind of left to agree or whatever that she could bring whoever. She said it was condescending. She said it wasn't. But I guess they're gonna revisit this conversation. Apparently, it gets better in Jamaica. So we'll talk about that then. Then they go back to the party and the photo booth ain't working. The food, I don't know. I thought they was eating lemons, but I guess it looked like some lemons. But it was like, what was that on the plates? It was like some damn.
I thought they were like beef patties.
Yeah, they were beef patties.
I don't know what they were.
Beef and chicken. I think
they didn't like.
Herb walking around with the little paper plates with the.
Kenya said it was dry, honey.
It was just a mess. It was just a mess. So they actually bring out the actual food. And with the food, Kandi asks, as they're eating, Kandi asks Drew, what was it with the doggy bone? And so Drew was just like, she was ready and had to let old girl know, you know what I'm saying, that basically like you a dog, this and that. And Sheree kind of jumps in. Sheree is very hype at this point. She's real quick to kind of pipe up at her. She just telling her like, girl, I'm gonna throw tomatoes at you because you whack. And Drew tells her that you cute, girl, it's your birthday, stay cute. They're going back and forth, and Drew is basically saying like, why would you bring this girl around? I don't like her. And then Sheree is just like that she is not gonna stop hanging with her, which I guess she should as her friend. I just wish Sheree.
And she don't even like Drew.
Well, that's true, right? She don't. But I wish that Sheree would at least own up and just be like, okay, the girl, like, because the girl is a random. She's an op. Like, she's a random ass person doing background checks and stuff like that. I do understand, like, even from Drew's perspective, like, just stop bringing her around. Like, stop inviting her around. That's why things went left. But they kind of go back and forth. And I just want to hear, like, what y'all thought about this. Because, honestly, in this moment, Drew let me down as much as she has many times.
As she always do.
An easy read. Very easy read. And I don't understand how Drew keeps letting Sheree get the best of her. But
Sheree definitely got her together.
Many things in the current time that they're filming that this girl could, like, read her back.
Yes, because Drew tried to throw shade at Sheree's age caliber, and Sheree said, "Old." Sheree said, "Old and cold, baby." I was like,
"Yeah,
Sheree."
Okay.
Sheree is very pretty. Sheree got body.
Sheree is 52 years
old. I would, if I were Drew, I would hold off on those things. Those are the things. Those are things. Yeah, I wouldn't throw that at Sheree because you could easily read Drew down about the way her body looked. Yeah, she got a pretty face. When she do this all the time and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Yeah,
she could have went at Sheree about her finances. She could have went at Sheree about anything. Like Chase said last night, she could have asked Sheree, where you get the money from the bottom tomato?
Drew is hiding something herself, so she can't.
What's she hiding?
We don't know because that's why that's why Drew was like up in flames about this Fatum girl. Like why she trying to find stuff out about me? And no, like they hiding something. And because Drew, you really can't get too much of a rise out of for real. Drew is actually really bothered by Fatum. So something is going on. And Drew, you can't bring up somebody else's finances when we don't know where you get your money from.
What Drew did say on the after show, well, not Drew, I'm sorry. Sheree said on the after show that that there is more, and she was like, "Oh, I can't wait to the reunion." So I guess that's when she's supposed to really gonna be performing at the reunion. And then Drew was like, what kind of, I guess, took her off guard about Fatum is after they had that situation at Brooklyn's party, Fatum came up and apologized and blah blah blah. She said, but then Fatum goes and runs a background check. So that's why she kept coming at Sheree about Fatum, because she was like, Sheree brought Fatum into the circle or whatever. So
I mean, I do get that, but still, like, that ain't got. I mean, Sheree and Fatum two people, like, girl, she's a friend of. So, like, what you expect?
Found something. You think Drew got something to hide, basically, to where?
I think whatever if Fatum has, she gave it to, because she said she did that to give it to Sheree to kind of throw in Drew's face next time they kind of have like a back and forth. But
let me just. So I get all that, but we know damn well Sheree, like
TKC. Oh my god.
We know Sheree she has had bad business with damn near everybody in Atlanta. So girl, fire back. Sheree is constantly throwing these digs about how this is how Drew is at home. She ain't got no attention, so she get it at home. Did you not just hear Sheree just got stood up by a man in Philly like maybe 2 weeks before this?
Right.
That's in a halfway house.
Girl, I just want to be like, Drew, just tag me in, girl. Come on, just fight back.
For real, like, girl, you date the whole man that's in a halfway house. How dare you talk about me and my husband? At least he's here.
Don't give her no ideas. Let her come up with them on her own.
Hopefully Drew have a meeting. Hopefully Drew is like kind of taking notes of everything that's going on, and and kind of getting her little thoughts together, maybe like a little outline, not necessarily writing her reads down, but she kind of got a little outline of some things in her arsenal that she can fire back.
But she said she liked props, so maybe she's gearing up for something.
I don't want her to
she can lead them. I was just going to say,
like props, but we don't like props. I'm sorry, she needs to stop with props and stuff and things.
Her acting career ain't even successful like that to be bringing all these props and shit.
That's what TKC
did. She did. She does. She did. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much public knowledge out there. You can Google her name and find some shit. I mean, like the whole, as long as it took her to get that damn house built, like, y'all find out every person that she did not pay with the find out the details.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Speaking of, now, Sheree talking about Drew finances and shaking. I really want to know where Sheree got her money from. that suit that lady had on last night was $6,000, not including the shoes or the bag or nothing like that.
She had it from the archive. It was only $100 a day. That's it.
Stop playing, Quartet.
But you never. I mean, you never know though. Sheree could be.
Well, you know, she's
doing what they. I mean,
on a credit card. She was
not using a credit card. That's true.
I was going to say not even that, honey. She's making Tyrone a storyline when she, you know, really could be doing other side stuff.
That means she could have took that credit card and financed her small line and just got some stuff and made some money then, if that's the case. No, right. But she took that PPP loan and she bought designer because Sheree been in motherfucking designer the whole season, like Chanel bags and everything. Maybe she did. Maybe she is renting that stuff.
I mean, it'd be smart because you're not gonna wear it again.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I'm not. You know, I'm not on TV though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after their argument, you know, they don't really get anywhere, and like I said, I just wish that Sheree would at least. I wish that Sheree would at least just be like, okay, like stop acting oblivious as to why Drew don't want her around. You know what I'm saying? Because she acts like Batum is just because Batum is annoying as hell. She's very annoying, and Batum knows what she's doing. At this point, she's banned from filming. I believe they said Drew told her she didn't want to be around or something like that.
No, it's because she stole her purse.
Well, and she said she was threatening her safety or something like that. So at this rate, we won't see her, I think, until the finale. So that's good. I don't really care for her like that anyway. But after this, Kandi asked Drew to sing "Happy Birthday" to Sheree, and Drew was just like, "I'm not gonna do it." And I was like, "Oh, girl, don't do it." Because I honestly didn't know Drew could sing. I heard that she could sing, but she sound good, and I'm glad that she did it over Kandi. Because Lord knows I don't feel like hearing no goat. I'm so glad that she sang.
Sammy.
I'm so glad that she sang, but I found it kind of shady for Kandi to be asking that.
Oh my God!
I didn't like that she asked her that, especially after they had just got to arguing, because it looked like Drew didn't want to do it, and it seems like they all were waiting on her to sound awful, but she actually sounded.
That's what it was. I think that's what
they thought that she could sing, but she did shut it. She shut it down. I ain't gonna lie. Even with the la la la. I was like, okay, you're all right, girl. But Kandi, her little drawstring.
You knew Drew could sing because LeBron James used to listen to her music before his games. Remember?
I forgot. It's been a long time. I'm sorry,
man. You play.
I forget.
But no, I do think that they wanted Drew to sound bad because, like I said, them girls don't like Drew. So any chance they get to like poke fun at her or drag her about something, but they couldn't drag her about that. She
not at all.
No, Kandi be high key shady. Kandi was the one that started the conversation earlier about the whole bone, and she's friends with her. But she always sending that girl. It's like she enjoy her and Kenya. That's what I'm saying. If Drew comes back next season, she needs a friend because she don't have a friend that's gonna be like blindly support her. Because Kandi and Kenya, they kick it with her, they tolerate her, but they will flip the switch really quickly with the group. And
wasn't that who Sanya was supposed to be? Wasn't Sanya supposed to be Drew's friend?
Sanya ain't got the range, honey.
Okay.
Sanya had on flats.
Yeah, she did have on sandals. She had on. Oh my God!
Like,
what Cortez her feet? What
long as hell, like Luciana. That's how her feet is long.
Not Luciana.
Long ass the forehead.
That's all I got to tell you.
Damn, Cortez.
Whatever.
I want Drew to have a friend. I want Drew to have if Drew actually has a real friend next season, I think that'll help take the season along because it'll break up them weak ass alliances she got with Kandi and Kenya.
Because Batum was a horrible friend of.
That's Sheree. That was Sheree's friend, not.
I'm just saying, like in general, like friend of in general, like she was horrible.
Yeah,
Monyetta was okay, but she.
Well, they probably were testing them both out, and then Monyetta, even though she just might as well not be there either. You know, kind of.
I'll be
so she ain't even Monyetta ain't even trying, but maybe she might not want to, just be all in it like that. She's just there for a little small chick. And,
as Antonio would say, we need some more girls. We need some new girls.
We see more girls.
Wait, what do you say? We need to find some new girls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't be mad if they brought this same cast back next season. Just bring somebody else.
Now I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah.
100%. But I would be a little bit mad. We still need some new girls.
Yeah.
I don't know. So after that, they did a happy birthday. Sanya gives her rules for the trip. She says she want water friendly hair. She want no props, no standoffs, and next week we're gonna get the Jamaica trip. So it looks
And
like
I don't know why she thought one of those standoffs gonna happen.
well,
I don't know.
She gonna start it anyway with her messy ass. She the one that's carrying bones.
And I really hope Kenya get Ross together too, because baby, sit down.
Now with this preview, I'm curious to see because if Kenya is talking directly to Sanya and this man jumps in, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
me too.
I feel like one, women's business, two, women's business. Like, but if she says something at him, then I feel like it's fair.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't seem like she said anything to him because what he said is you're not gonna talk to her like that or something like that.
Yeah. So it seemed like he was getting her together, honey, and he didn't like
especially
that.
with it being a cover strip, and I don't know if Marlo. I mean, it looks like Kenya meets somebody there. Yeah. I don't think that she brought anybody there. Yeah. I'm curious to see who she brings, who Marlo brings, who Sheree brings. Because the way she keeps emphasizing that you need to have, I want to see like what the hell.
And then it's not always an issue for me personally when the men get involved. It's how they get involved and how they like conduct themselves as they're getting involved. Because you can get involved without doing what Ross did.
No, I think if the women is having a conversation and they are doing what they doing, they doing their job, chill out. That's it.
Anytime anybody interrupts, if me and you going back and forth, Demetrio, Antonio, I don't need you coming into it. I don't need y'all. I want to let us handle it. So I feel like that no matter if you a man or a woman, like, nah, let them duke it out. If it gets to a point where it needs to be separated, separate them. Right. You don't need to jump into people's shit.
No matter who you are. Up and everything.
Yeah, like. No, so Ross, I mean, I don't know, whoever he talked
to. Like I said, it depends.
If he wasn't addressed.
Like I said, it depends because you can come in and like kind of try to diffuse the situation, but like he came in clearly aggressive as hell.
No, if my husband will take me away, he ain't about to talk to nobody. He ain't talking to nobody's husband, and he ain't talking to nobody's wife. He gonna make sure I'm good. He don't got to bark for nobody. And I do that with my friends too. Like if y'all going at it, y'all going at it. I'm gonna make sure y'all safe, everybody's good. But at the end of the day, I'm not jumping in to your shit. Shut up and eat your
food. My man. That's me. My man.
Nope. Come on, baby. Let's go get you.
But my man.
I ain't gonna lie, Cortez. It's been so long. When I get one and he get into it, I might be all up in it. Like, no, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Like I said, for me, it depends.
Like, babe, let's go, because ain't nobody about to talk to my wife like that. I'm not about to sit here for that. So let's go. Okay. But you get what I'm saying? But it's not like you don't directly talk.
I'm curious because Asia be out here fighting, child. So I'm curious.
I really do.
I'm trying to figure out if some of this is true because I know her husband be like.
He really be like, come on.
Like I said, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I ain't been in a relationship in a long time either, and I've grown since the last time I had a relationship. So I don't know if I would just directly just jump in, but I might try to take away. Like, come on, let's just go for things go left. Because if I get started, it's really gonna be a problem.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah,
we gotta watch the film. Let's watch the film.
Y'all good?
Back in my younger days. Back in my younger days for sure. If you say anything to my man,
younger days, Demetrio, you is 7 motherfucking team. Cause some bullshit. The fuck out of here.
Younger days.
To me, for me personally, when I was that age that he just referred to, when I was like 16, 17, like, yeah, if you said something to somebody I was talking to, then yes, I'm jumping in. It ain't no trying to diffuse it. Like, what's the problem? what's tea? Like, you got something to say to him, so now we finna both. Even a friend, like, you talk to my homegirl like that, what's up? Like,
I be like, can you come on so we don't miss our bus?
Let me know our column, y'all. We can go all day about our experiences as younger days, even though the Michelles was just yesterday.
Yesterday.
All right, Kyle.
I hate y'all.
Oh, I'm first. Oh, I didn't think I was going to be. Hi, everyone.
You're the only person that called in today, so yeah.
Oh,
First and only. That don't mean
okay.
you get 10 minutes though, but
You know, you're so rude to me about this time. Even though I talk fast, you just be so mean. I still haven't gotten my cup. We're gonna let it slide.
Now the doggone feeling.
Okay, in order. I'm sorry. I feel like Marlo's situation is so fake to me. I don't care which parenting coach she sees, because the fact of the matter is, she's had these kids for 3 years. And if you're telling me that you didn't want to have kids because you didn't want to be your mom, then I would expect for you to have done this all before this issue happened. I would have expected you to go to a parenting coach, seek therapy. I would have expected all of that if you were so afraid of you being a mother figure. So to act like she's just so oblivious to her insecurities, I don't know, just something about that feels fishy. Especially since it seems like the boys were perfectly fine, which it could, there could still be some issues, but it seems that it has kicked off once she forced them to try to talk their mom into going to inpatient care. So if you know that there is a triggering event happening, I don't really know why you're acting like you're the victim in the situation when right now you're supposed to be the guardian and be nurturing.
So do you feel like she shouldn't have put that burden on the kids to try to influence her mother to go?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Especially if it's caused all these issues and it's just something. But I guess my thing is, like, in retrospect, if she can identify that they've been acting up since that call, it's just so weird to me that she's just acting like they just disrespect her for no reason. And I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying there was no care. I can still get, hey, you know what? We need some space right now because, to like protect everyone's peace. Hey, you guys, you know what? You're gonna spend the weekend or a week at your aunt's house. I can totally respect that. But there didn't seem to be a conversation of, hey, you know what? We need to take a time out right now. You guys get to spend a week with your cousin. It just something about it just seems so just disingenuous and selfish. And also, it's just like she could still have this Muntie storyline. It be centered on her journey being a Muntie and not on their journey going through all this mental health crisis.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like she could talk about all of her insecurities of like wanting to give them everything, wanting to have structure, which everything she complains about is very basic to me. I'm sorry, I was an only child and I was a girl, and my room looked just as bad as theirs, and they're 2 boys. So it's just, for me, it seems very much so basic and just it could just be her
what she's upset about is like basic.
Yeah, I think there's so many levels to it. It's like what she's upset about seems very basic, and if they were acting up because of the mom situation, I feel like she has no care about them being triggered by that. And then the way she's exploiting it after the fact, I think those are my 3 biggest issues with it.
But we also don't know if anyone has kind of maybe brought that to her attention. Like, hey, do you think that you putting them on the phone with her and her pretty much denying and not really giving a fuck about, that her kids being there, that I'm sure that it caused some type of trauma with them. So
yeah. So that's kind of my main thing. If with Marlo, I'm over Sanya. She just keeps disappointing me, and I can't believe that the Jamaican catering was off, because in Georgia right now, I don't know. Ever since the white people found the Jamaican restaurants, they have not been good. I don't know what's been going on. Even in Boston, the Jamaican restaurants have not been hitting it. And so for me personally, I only eat the Jamaican food that my mom cooks for me, and I only eat the beef patties when we go to Jamaica, because right now they're not. No. So I can believe that. Kenya could have handled Sanya better and not hanging up and just putting her in her place, but I'm still okay with her hanging up on her.
Me too, Kyle.
It was rude, but I was okay with it.
It was. I'm gonna say it was rude, but I could still get with it. It was rude, but I can still get with it.
Yeah.
Drew should never come at anyone about physical appearance.
What's wrong with Drew?
Well, she didn't really come at her about physical appearance, though.
No, I mean she was being very much so ageist of like,
it was an ageist comment.
It was ageist.
Okay, yes, okay, it was ageist. Not looks, okay, ageist. Well, I guess, but my thing is, she should know that the rebuttal is that I look just as good as you do, and I'm 20 years older.
Yeah.
Well, yes, right, she did. First, you're right. So yeah.
So and I think the more and more because she has been arguing every episode, I feel like the more and more she argues, the more and more I see Ralph's influence on her, because she does do that condescending, why are you so angry? Oh my God, you're losing your mind. Oh my God, I don't understand what you're saying.
And that works my nerves.
Gaslights. Just like he does her, she does it to other people. So
yeah, other people, and I think she's going to keep doing that. And that alliance with Kenya, if she does that with Kenya, I think that's going to be a really big issue. If she keeps that fighting style. Because you can already tell Kenya's not about that whole condescending, I don't know what you're saying situation. So I think she should stay on Kenya's good side with that one. I think that would be an issue. And my last point, I'm all about the Black suburban child, okay? I'm an only child. And me and my family had our ups and downs, but I would say I was comfortably middle class generally. And I'm not about struggling. I don't want to struggle. Why do I have to struggle? And I think people conflate, like, there's two separate issues of the trust and of living. I think Riley was also talking about the fact that if her mom's not there, will she'll still be able to have her apartment? Will she'll still be able to spend the credit card bill the way she wants to, and not just also her inheritance? And I think it is twisted that Todd seems to have no issues spending money on himself when it comes to toys and everything like that. And then we just watched we just watched the other show that they have, and he had yet to buy a generator for the business.
Oh, you talking about the OALG show?
OALG show.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I don't really think you should be talking to anyone about kind of, oh, you like need to learn finances. So I'm just like, your businesses are like failing health
expeditiously.
I know, right?
I thought
examinations because you guys are not handling your business correctly with like things you can easily purchase. So, and also I'm just like, he's like, yeah, Kayla's in New York and she has her apartment, but we don't know if she has 2 or 3 or 4 roommates.
And we don't know if who really financed Kayla, because Kayla getting money from somebody else.
So it just, and I do think it could be very weird of seeing Riley living in like the apartment Dorinda lives in New York versus like Kayla having to like fight it out of the mud. So I think it seems very contrived, because it feels like once he got with Kandi, he also had no problems upgrading his life. So it is questionable why he doesn't upgrade his daughter's life.
That's true.
So those are my points.
all right.
Well, thank you for calling. Okay, Kyra.
Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Hi, Kyra.
We had another caller, but
I thought she was trying to say that his businesses was failing expeditiously. That's what I thought she was trying to say.
Health inspections.
There was somebody, this is taking me out. I'm sorry. There was Korean Country McLean came in and said, y'all need to get y'all life together and stop acting phony and jealous. And y'all have a blessed day and go home now. Thank you for the blessing. Whoever
was that a read?
Don't say it to my face, Craig.
Was that a read?
Keep that shit on the line, please, because apparently I be fighting.
I don't know, Cal. Apparently. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, before we lean out, of course, thank y'all for watching. It's a really good show. Shout out to DM Rocks for the super chat today. I saved it to come back to it. It says Drew gets on my nerves sometimes, but she can really she can sing it really good. I agree. She sounded really good. She actually blew them out. She proved them hoes wrong, especially Kandi knew she could sing, but Kandi just wanted to be petty. We'll just say that. Mm-hmm. And James Potts III says Tybee couldn't cost because they be getting greens out the can.
Damn, James.
Oh Lord, I've been to OLG once, and it was when I lived there, so it was a long time ago. That was in 2015, or 16, one of them years. But yeah,
I went last year when I went to Atlanta. What I ordered was good, so I don't know.
So my mom's birthday is this week. I think she wants to go to Blaze, so we may be going there. I ain't excited for it, but I guess I get the lobster.
Y'all bring with y'all.
I guess I get the lobster, child, because ain't that what they had on this season when they first?
Yeah, they have this lobster and steak, seafood and steak. Yeah,
y'all really try. Oh,
my mama want to go. Listen. I better take her to
anybody food and
I'm gonna make sure I take some to keep my stomach together just in case.
Bring your Pepto.
Yes, child. Yes. All right, before the show. Thank you, Antonio, Asia, and Demisio. Thank y'all to everyone that watched today. James, Taylor, Kyra, David, TKC, Derek, Create the Country, McLean. Thank you for that blessing and us being jealous and phony. Wow. You were trying to call in, but
Did he send money?
We about to lean out down. I don't know how you left. So listen, we'll be here next Monday, same time. Make sure you call in then, and we'll see.
Wait a minute, who was gonna call in? Craig?
No, Demond.
Okay.
No,
Sonya
Craig.
wanted Craig to call in. He was gonna read him money.
The most Craig can do is give me a blessing chat, not telling me I'm phony and fake.
But
yeah, we'll see y'all. Make sure y'all watch tomorrow for Married to Medicine, and Wednesday night live for Real Housewives of Atlanta Hills. We'll see y'all next time, and good night. Okay.
Good night.
Bye.